The press release I got is like Phil Labonte responds like, "Has punk rock gone woke?" Which it's like, what? Like, hasn't it always been woke?
From 1978.
Yeah, that's when it went.
But so I'm going to play some. We could play some of this and discuss it, because somehow it went from talking about that to how websites such as this one cover Mr. Labonte. So I thought that was pretty funny. So we could just watch some of this. So
no,
unfortunate freeze frame.
Somebody step on his face
just today, or just the
that's
other
his
day,
face.
He looks like if the Undertaker was a wet towel and somebody wrung him out.
It's scarily accurate.
Oh my God.
In concerts, that if you are vaccinated, you get in for 18.
Also, these two hosts, Iris, I look like they look like people whose opinion I would respect.
It looks like if Milo Yiannopoulos and Ben Shapiro had two sons.
Also good.
Well, you guys are dunking on them, but I just want to point out they're both wearing glasses. I mean, that's a big indicator that they're supreme intellectuals. And they have books there, too.
Oh, you're right.
Boba Fett helmet.
Is that is that Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren. Sorry.
Much better.
But if you're not vaccinated,
you're right. I
$1,000.
underestimated.
How can you call yourself punk rock when you're saying if you do what the government says, it's $18, but if you want to be an individual, it's $1,000. So,
oh my God.
So he is basically saying being an individual, not getting the vaccine is being an individual, because the government says you should obey like crosswalk signs and red lights.
Yeah.
Should you be an individual and not do that? Like, what is
the
it like? The
government says you shouldn't stab people to death. Are you only punk rock if you then go and stab people to death?
Yeah.
G.G. Allen is the only punk, basically.
Can you really call yourself a punk if you don't run out into crosswalks and get hit by a Cadillac? I mean, come on. Come on.
You got to throw yourself into the gears of oppression. You got to stop it.
It probably sounds better than any of the music at this show, to be honest. The grinding of those gears upon viscera.
For individuals, beat it, get out of here. I can't see how that is in any way punk rock, but apparently that's what punk rock is today.
Yeah, I played in the punk scene for most of my early 20s and in college.
Excuse
me.
me.
I would say
this guy in the punk scene in his early 20s, man.
Person with the least street cred among modern punks today.
He was in a band called Threat to Minors.
Sex Pistols, because he's the only person who still hates the government, no matter who it is. And young punks just think he's just some, I don't know, just like some.
Does he hate the government? He was a Trump supporter, Johnny Rotten.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Weird macho
Johnny Rotten
punk,
never
it's
had
just
any actual
bizarre to me.
ideology.
Like, this is
where
we are. Where
you look at, it used to be where people would make fun of Hot Topic and be like, oh, ha, 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 Hot Topic punks. But now that's every punk, because it's only a look. It's only a style. It's not an attitude. It's not really a lifestyle. It's literally...
This is a man who has his ear to the streets. He knows what the punks today are like.
People should not follow the government at all if they want to be punks. By the way, I support every single military occupation and bombing that the United States ever did.
A T-shirt. It's entirely something that's marketed.
Do you think metal is better than punk in terms of like its politics and the fans who gravitate towards it? Because just like anecdotally, I always felt like when I go to metal shows, I always feel like I'm among more conservative people. But when I read metal review websites, I'm like, I'm not so sure anymore.
I think that there are a couple metal review websites, a couple of the blogs that are extremely far left.
Extremely far left, not just far left, extremely far left.
They believe people should be forced to get abortions before the vaccine to be eligible for the vaccine. You must get pregnant and have an abortion
before you get free health care and a vaccine.
You get 5 abortion punches on your card. before he can do
Extremely far left.
Meanwhile, I'm extremely far right. Forget about a COVID vaccine. I think people should get rubella and whooping cough.
On purpose, yes.
Extremely far right.
I'm against even the vaccines that came out in 1948.
Instead of charging $1,000 for the show should be free, and you get a smallpox blanket upon entry.